So you answered a set of questions and you were super thorough. So thank you so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screen share and I'm going to walk through your different profiles. I know you gave me your Facebook business page and you mentioned that you are active there both with ads, right? So you're doing organic and ads. And by the way, for those of you that don't know the difference, and I get this question, it may sound, some people are like, I feel so dumb asking this, but what is organic? Unless you do marketing, like it's not a very common thing for you to know. So organic is when you are creating content and you're posting it, but you're just posting it to your newsfeed for free. You are hoping that your audience sees it, right? That the right audience sees it, that they engage. You don't have a lot of control over it. However, we do teach you ways to kind of hack the algorithm so that people do see more of your organic content. And then paid is when you're actually running content and putting dollars on it, you're investing money on it so that you're running ads, you're using that content to run ads with, and you're able to have more control because you can target the exact audiences that you want to see your content in their newsfeed. So that's the difference. But you're doing both, right, Anne? Organic and paid. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And then also you said you're over on YouTube, right? And I did not.
Yeah, on YouTube, if I may, Gina.
Yeah.
On YouTube is mostly, I'm not really developing my YouTube channel. I'm hosting my ads and just also the lives that I do on my page, I also stream it on YouTube because just want to just increase that visibility because sometimes people find me, on YouTube, but it's not really my current strategy, know. So right now it's mostly, Facebook and YouTube for the ads. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's great. Honestly, it's a great way to start over there. We have been repurposing my live videos over to YouTube for years. And it's not until literally, I would say like January of this year that we started with a strategy over there. But it's good that you're getting started because now it's true. Some people may find you over there or they'll see you on Facebook or they'll see you through email. So having that omnipresence, especially right now, is important. We want to remember that people are consuming content on multiple platforms, not just on Facebook or not just on Instagram or not just on LinkedIn, which by the way, I want to talk to you about LinkedIn. Not just on YouTube. And the other thing to this too is that we want to have multiple touch points, right? So if they may see you on Facebook, but maybe they're scrolling over on YouTube and they find it and it just reinforces the messaging. So I'm glad that you're thinking that way and that you're repurposing the content. So starting with your personal profile, the first thing, like the biggest piece of inventory on here is your cover image. And I love it. I don't have a lot to say about it because it's unlock your digital earning potential. I mean, that lets me know exactly like what you're doing. You're helping people with their digital, right? And how to make money online. Free webinar, so you're promoting something there. That's great as well. Transform your digital presence into a revenue stream. The only thing that I would suggest about this that you may want to tweak is that your ideal clients, from what I understand, are people that are like transitioning or want to transition into this space. They may not know exactly what unlock your digital earning potential means just yet. So one way to update this, and you could test it, right? Because a lot of this is testing. Like I'm going to give you ideas and tips, but it's going to be a test, right? There's no like right or wrong. There's no playbook. Unfortunately, there's no rules. So if you are doing networking or you're meeting new people out and about and they find you on Facebook and they could be a potential client for you, let's say they're currently in a corporate job, but they really want to get out of it. This may not speak to them because they aren't there yet, right? So if you were to reword with something to the effect of, get unstuck from your corporate and learn how to earn online, something like that. And the wording, I still would refine that a little bit, but just to give you an idea, right? Because we want to speak exactly what is their current situation, what is their symptom, and then what is the desire that they want.
Yes, I just wanted to let you know, before this cover, I had something like that you're talking about. So the first cover I had, it was just right there on the thing, I'm helping professionals switch from corporate to earning online.
Okay.
But then I changed my lender on my website. So I wanted to kind of match, the message that was on there. Yeah. So I changed this one as well. But if you go back maybe to, you see the branding, the colors almost the same. I wanted to,
like here,
kind of match it together. That's why I changed it. But I had it like that before. But as we are testing, and we do a lot of testing in this space, when you say testing, I'm really with you on that. I cannot say that I had much more maybe engagement or people reaching out to me, even with that message. But it doesn't mean that, I hear what you say, that people should come and see, okay, I'm a professional, want to switch, maybe this is for me. So I make a note of that.
Right. And remember, honestly, most people, they're not going to reach out to you, but they are watching, right? So it's really our responsibility to reach out to them. However, we want to make it so that by the time we do reach out to them, or we start to build a relationship with them through DMs, for example, or through your content, we want them to already know what it is exactly they are in for. So, if somebody like lands on your personal profile or even your business page, and your messaging here is speaking to them how they are feeling right now, like they're feeling like, I feel so stuck in my corporate job right now, and I wish that there was an out. This may give them that feeling of the out. So we want them to like immediately connect so it resonates with them. And I would still keep like the free webinar stuff. So here I would have, to learn how, join the free webinar, and then keep this information. And again, it's going to be a test to see what speaks to more people.
Can I do maybe where I have transformed your digital presence? Maybe I could put it there that, I'm maybe re-putting that message that I had before, helping professionals switch from corporate to earning online.
Absolutely.
Maybe I could put it there.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm going to look really quick. I'm going to look at your page while we are
on the business page.
Your profile. I want to look at it really quick from my phone to make sure that everything shows up on mobile also, because that little bottom, okay, it's perfect. Yeah, you can see it. The only thing, I would maybe move this button where it says learn how. I would move it somewhere.
Move it up there, maybe up above the free webinar.
Either here somewhere or here. It might fall off the page if you move it up here, but you have here. I would put it up here even, because it gets lost on mobile, which is where most people look at your profile. It gets lost behind your little profile picture. So, yeah, I would do that. Okay. All right, cool. Next thing on your personal profile is when we get to this part. You've got the link here, and I know we have to be cautious, right? Because you only get, I think, 75 characters that you can fit inside of here. I would maybe try to like add a little bit more, like expand on the entrepreneur part. So I noticed something, where was it? On your Instagram, and we're going to talk about your Instagram too, but like where you say helping professionals switch from corporate to online business consulting services, like all of this is going to be way too long, but I would maybe try like copying and pasting this entire phrase into ChatGPT and saying, can you shorten this into 75 characters and see what it comes up with? Because I like this part, the helping professionals switch from corporate to earning online.
Okay.
And I think that definitely should be here in your little intro somehow.
Okay. Well, I have it on my business page, but I put it because it's my personal, but I could.
Yes. So let's talk about that for a second. And good point. You definitely want it on your business page, but here's what I want you to remember. What you are teaching and what you're consulting other women to do and what you are doing, you are the personal brand. And a personal brand includes your personal self and your business. So it used to be that let's keep everything personal on personal and let's keep only our business on business. If you want more eyeballs to see your content, you want to also include parts of your business, even in your intro here about your business. That is really building a personal brand. A personal brand includes all of you being a mom, a Christian woman, an entrepreneur, your experiences, your past stories, your travels, your relationship, both with your husband and with your kids, and your business, your client experiences, even your corporate life is still part of your personal brand. And so we're going to talk about how to really bring that all together, because that is who Anne is, right? Anne is not just a Christian. She's not just a wife, and she's not just an entrepreneur. She's not just a mom. You are all of those things together. That's something that you can also teach the women that you're consulting with and that you're coaching, is how to do that. It's honestly one of the hardest parts for us as entrepreneurs, because we compartmentalize everything, right? We're like, okay, I'm a mom here and then I'm a businesswoman here. But no, actually, when you are the leader of your business as a professional service provider or a coach or consultant, you are all of that.
It's just interesting that you say that because today I had a reel that I plan on posting, and it was just saying exactly the same thing. It will be just a picture of me probably in a suit saying that you're not just a mom, you can be all you can be, right? Just something like that, and it's just what you said. So,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
We
wow,
are
okay.
aligned today. We are aligned.
Yes, we are.
You and I are aligned today.
Definitely.
Okay. And then, of course, try to keep this here for sure. Let's see. Is that the same? Yeah, that's the same link
Yeah.
it takes us here. Perfect. Next thing is right here where it says your work. So I would love to see you update your work. You could leave this workplace here, but also
Oh,
add a new workplace and make sure that it tags. Basically, it like populates your business page. This business page, it's going to link it to your profile when you add it as a workplace. And then
oh, okay.
yeah. And then the title, I want you to say something like, what do you title yourself? What would you call yourself if someone asks you, well, what's your title other than CEO
Well,
or founder?
business consultant or consultant, that's what I title myself.
Okay.
Except the founder. Usually I put actually co-founder because we are founders with my husband. So
Okay.
usually I'll just put co-founder of Kalima Group and, business consultant.
Perfect. So that's what, when you create that workplace, you want to put co-founder and business consultant, and then
Okay.
it'll add the at, and then it'll link your business page.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it do it automatically or I have to really
Yeah, I'll show you really quick. So I'll go to mine. And then if I want to go to,
Okay, I see what you did there.
yeah, so you see right here. And you'll see where it says where to add a workplace, and you start typing in the name of your business page, it just pops up and you save, and then it'll link it just like that.
Thank you. Those are the small things that we
They're
don't think
little
about.
technical, I know, little
Yeah.
technical behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's jump into your content. And I know I
Okay.
was scrolling through both your business page and your personal profile. So you are showing some of the same content, which is great. We definitely want to do that. So here's what I would love to see more though on your personal profile, because again, and even though you're running ads and those ads are running from your business page, correct? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
even though that's happening on your personal profile, remember you have almost 2,000 followers, right? So you have like a potential gold mine of clients and customers in those followers. The only thing is that they're probably not coming out, like being activated, because although you're posting about your business, I still am not understanding what your business is about in your content,
Okay.
which is, that's where the gap is as far as your content. So we want to think that when we're putting content out there, especially on our personal profile, that people don't have to guess as to what it is that we do, right? Now, by updating your cover image and then adding that part to your intro and adding that workplace, it's going to help them to get to understand. But not everyone sees that when they're just like scrolling through the news feed unless they click to go to your profile, right?
Okay.
So with your content, so this I love because it's kind of like a case study and you're telling Maria's story. But even in the wording, I would even get a little more detailed as to, like my business partner, Maria, but like business partner in what? So if I just met you and I was going through this post, I wouldn't really know like what exactly is for, what's the online boot camp for, and how did that help her specifically? I mean, I do see what I admire is celebrate milestones on its growth, lessons, endless possibilities. Maria, your journey is proof that hard work, community, and belief is what's possible. I think it just needs a little more like detail as to who Maria is or what was she doing,
What exactly she's doing?
what she's doing now. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go through a few of these posts to give you ideas
Okay.
as you move forward with how you're writing your content.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, by the way, happy belated birthday. I saw that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. This is what the digital spaces open up for strangers during. So, something to consider in your wording and how you are using these terms. When you say, for example, this is what the digital space has opened. Somebody that is just, and I know this because I've worked with a lot of women that are transferring from corporate into the digital space. And when I've used in the past, when I've used those words, they're like, what do you mean by digital space?
Okay.
So we want to speak the words that they are speaking, because somebody that is connected to you, this may not resonate with them because they're like, okay, that's great. digital space, like what does that mean? So just to
Okay.
think about how those words are being used, and that's where messaging I think comes into play. And I know that you said I think maybe my messaging is a little off and that's why I'm not activating my audience. I'm seeing, little red flags of that, but
Good.
simple tweaks. Those are little tweaks that can really change. So this is another one that caught my attention too. Join us tonight at 6 p.m. and learn from the experts, right? We need more info. What am I learning from what experts? Why do I want to join?
Well, the video is not starting. It should have
Oh,
actually start. So to give
it's
the
not for
person
some
an
reason.
idea, I don't know why it's not starting.
Clicked on the link. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, that makes more sense. Let me turn it off. That makes totally more sense. So I love, like, there's a hook at the beginning, which is really important. So I love this. 3 reasons why you should start online. Is this somebody, a real person, or is this stock image?
No, stock image.
Okay.
The real person is me at the
It's you.
beginning. That's
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
And
But
then
then
that's,
it's the stock
and
image.
then it goes
Yeah.
into the stock.
And then it lists, yeah, a couple reasons.
With more. Yeah. Okay. So one thing that I would do just to refine this a bit, the words that you're putting on the video, also put them in the caption because
Okay.
not everyone may click, right? But we don't want to miss them. People consume content in so many different ways. Like some people love to watch video. Some people, they prefer to read, right? You don't have to do like word for word of what's in the video, but maybe you summarize it. So
Okay.
it gives them more context. All right. These, I believe you're sharing from your business page. So instead of sharing them from your business page, like hitting the share button and then going to your personal profile, moving forward, I would upload these natively to your personal profile like a new post.
I usually do. I was just lazy,
It's
but
it's easier. I know.
yeah, I was just in a, how do you put it? Yeah, I
Like
was just in a hurry.
in a rush.
Yeah. But usually I do re-upload the content. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's great. And so I love that you're adding, those personal, even though this is like still kind of in a, well, was this at church or a business setting?
That was a
Or it
birthday
says for your
party.
birthday party. Okay, cool.
Yes, I was invited to a birthday, but if you go to the post above,
Yep.
I was just trying to say that, as far as the flexibility of the digital business, while I was at my party, I'm
Yeah.
still getting business inquiries, right?
Yeah.
So if you read the caption, so that was kind of like, because if you look at the how I'm dressed and, it's the same people down below. And here there should be, well, the text doesn't show, but it was just saying that, okay, now it's showing that,
Yeah.
we should have time to really leave, right? But at the same time, you can have a business that's still working for you while you're still having those good moments.
Yeah. Love that. All right. And then I love quotes like this. That works really well too. And you do get comments. So, quick question. Out of the followers and the people that you're connected to on your personal profile, do you feel like you have a good potential client base in that following?
Well, in my following, if I go through the insights,
Yeah.
I see that a lot of people that are following me are from maybe my home country.
Uh-huh.
Yes, because also I've had the account for a while,
Right.
before I even moved to Canada
Yeah.
or to the US. But the people I'm targeting is mostly the people in North America.
Okay.
So I still have, but the big chunk are not, on my page. And
Okay.
also what I found, some of the followers, yes, I do have maybe people, how can I put it? My warm market, yes, they follow me and they could be a good potential.
Mm-hmm.
But we know that sometimes warm market are the later adopters, right? They
Yeah.
want to see what you're doing first. They want to see your result and,
Yeah.
maybe then jump in. Yes.
Okay.
So I get from time to time new people, yes, new followers, especially with the reels, and
Yep.
some of the live videos.
Yeah.
But like my first business partner, I got her from a live video. Like, you encourage us to do lives. And it was just on a live call. I was just doing a live presentation.
Yeah.
And then she just resonated with the message. She was just kind of like me. She worked, career woman. She at a stage of her life, like idleness, what's happening with me? My life is passing me by. So, Anne, what are you talking about? Can you tell me more?
Right.
So I have those kind of people, but I won't say it's the bulk of it. So a lot of people that are on my page, people that I'm not specifically targeting,
Mm-hmm.
or People that are just watching for now, they're interesting, they get inspired, they talk to me, they say, oh, thank you for this post, or, so you'll see a lot of motivation because I'm just an encourager by nature. Yeah. And I see also, I'm trying to see the posts that where I get a lot of engagement. So I'll try to do more of those. Okay. So that's why you're going to see that. But so I will say there's a potential, but I'll tell you the truth. I'm warming up my LinkedIn because I'm saying to myself, I'm looking for professionals. Maybe the people I'm looking are really in LinkedIn.
Okay. Well, they're on both. I will say that they're on both, but the way to activate them is different on both. That's the thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what I would say from just like scrolling through your content, and what I see is that I think that the messaging itself, which this is like mom messaging, chaos, lots of things going on. This is great. But when it comes to talking, like to weaving in the business, what I would love to see more of is that I want to see that your messaging connects more with loss of identity.
Okay.
With feeling stuck, with lack of independence because of where they are right now. I want to see more. That's one thing. Secondly, I would love to see more case studies of clients that you are working with or have worked with. When you build the story around the case study, and by the way, you don't always have to mention the client, right? So if you can't mention the client, you don't. You just say, not too long ago or last year, I remember working with a woman who, before working with me, she was stuck in this. And when we started working together, this is what we did. And now this is where she's at, right? So you don't always have to actually say the person's name if you don't have their approval to do so. Of course, any testimonials. So if you have testimonials, like testimonials are great. And then personal story driven content. So I want to see more of your journey throughout this process.
If you scroll down, there's probably a post. Maybe there's not more of it. I need to add more, but I put a couple of them where it's really my own story. I'll let you know if you keep scrolling. I'll show you and you tell me what you think. But so what I'm hearing right now is like I need to highlight more pain points and testimonial I'm doing, but maybe my own customers that I should do. Keep going. I'll show you when we get there. So what else did you say? And maybe a little more bold.
This is a good one. I mean, this is a great one too, because the beauty of what I do, I can carry my work anywhere. So that's a really good one.
Thank you.
Because somebody that feels like they can't, that could resonate with them.
Yes. So I try to do those kind of like, the flexibility I'm getting from the business. Here is just educating the people that wants to come online. And can you open this one just to give me your feedback on this one?
Yeah. All right. Growing up, a lot of us believed and provided ourselves hard work, abroad. Okay. This is actually really good. All of this is really good. Couple of things with it though. Get rid of the hashtags on Facebook. It's more seen like spammy.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely Instagram, LinkedIn, we do use hashtags too, but I would get rid of them on Facebook. We want to think of Facebook as it's more like human, personal, one-on-one connection. And we don't talk with hashtags on Facebook, right? So you don't typically say that.
Okay.
Now, here's what I would have loved to see with this post. And what you could do is rewrite another version of this to post it again, because the image for this,
my own,
it needed you.
Yeah.
It needed you because, and I would get rid of stock image. If you have images of your clients, it seems like you're out at events a lot. Take more images of people, real people.
Okay.
But this with the logo and with your website here and then the stock image, it's too branded for your personal profile. And so this is how we weave in your business on your personal profile where you're going to get more engagement, is by keeping things more raw, more authentic, less branded, more of Anne, right?
So should I then, maybe if it was on my business page, I leave it that way, but I can do the same, but without all the branding on it? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and leave it on your business page. Now, when you go to rewrite this and post another version of it, even on your business page, I would use a picture of yourself, because you're running ads over there and we want people to know, to get a closer knowing of who Anne is, right? So, so seeing you. Yeah. And then the other thing is, if you're ever going to add a link, put it in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
because
in the actual thing.
not in the
Okay.
actual post, because when you are sending people off of the platform, it hurts the amount of people that Facebook sends this post to. They're going to hurt your reach and limit your reach, because it's basically like punishing you because you're sending people off of their platform. And remember,
Okay.
the platforms want people to stay on their platform as long as possible, because the longer that people stay on their platform, the more ads they'll see, the more, it helps their
Okay.
advertisers, the more money they make. So I would say something like, to grab your spot, click on the link.
See the link below.
See the
Okay.
link below, something like that. But what you're saying here is really, really good. This is definitely an example of when I talk about you, like you sharing
Okay.
your story.
Okay, if you go down, I want to show you where I'm talking about myself. Those are just people coming to the
That have decided
business.
to join. Yeah.
Yeah, if you keep going. Okay, this is a testimonial. Those
Okay.
are real people highlighting, her story, her pain, just
Yeah.
immigrants again, you
Yep.
know.
This is really good. This I really like. Let me see
Okay,
here.
go down some more. So I try to do testimonials at least maybe once a week or something.
Yeah, I would definitely suggest that. A testimonial once a week if you can, a case study once a week about you once a week if you can, at least once a week.
Okay, so keep going, keep going. So in most pictures you see it's me, but once in a while I'm a bit busy and I just
Yeah,
put
I know.
stuff. Most
Yeah.
time it's me.
One tip for that is, like, on a daily or every other day basis, whenever you are ready, like you feel good to get on camera,
Yeah.
take a whole bunch of pictures of yourself all at once. That way you always have an album to always go back to. Like, I'm still posting pictures from like 2 years ago because I've taken so many.
My phone is always full. I
Well,
have to, I totally hear what you say.
yeah.
I totally hear what you're saying.
Okay, well,
Uh,
yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. Even this, because we definitely need promotional also. So promotional like once a week as well. Okay, here's where I think you could definitely gain more activity from people in your following that are not actually commenting or engaging yet. Okay, so first thing is once a week, I would love to see you post what I call an activation post. A lot of people call them a hand raiser post or a two-step post. Basically, it's a post that says something like, if I could show you how you can leave, and this could be totally off, but just to give you an idea, if I could show you how you could leave corporate America and make the same amount of money, if not more, and have more time with your kids and have more flexibility to be the woman and mom and wife that you want to be, would you want to know? It's a one sentence phrase. They work really well on Facebook when you're using just the solid color background that Facebook use. And what happens is everybody that says, oh, I want to know more. And I would not use that same wording. I would tweak it, but I'm just for
no, but I see what you're saying. Okay.
it needs to be a very like concise, bold statement that they don't have to think a lot about saying yes to. There's not a lot of friction, right? And everybody that comments, yes, I want to know more, you're going to like their comment or love their comment. And then you're going to comment underneath, you're going to reply to their comment and you're going to say, great, Gina, I'm going to send you a personal message. Look out for it with more details. Then you send them a personal message. And this is really where the magic happens. You send them a personal message and you say, hey, Gina, thank you so much for your comment on my post about, you want to remind them what the post was about. Because a lot of times people are commenting on things and they forget what they commented on. And then you just say, so I'm actually doing a training on this on such and such date. Here's the link for you to grab your free seat, whatever it is that you're doing, right? So that is one thing that's missing from here that I think would help to activate more of the people that you have on your personal profile. You can do the same thing on your business page and you can do the same thing on Instagram, which is another thing that I was seeing that was missing here. Those types of posts right now, it is a trend that's working right now and it may go away, but it's been working for quite some time. And now, if you don't get anybody to comment right away, don't give up on that type of post. There's a few factors.
Okay.
The algorithm isn't used to you posting those types of posts using the blog post with that kind of wording. So that's number one. Secondly, you may just need to tweak your wording a little bit. And then the next time you post something similar, you'll start to get comments, right? So it's all testing. What I love about using posts like that is that kind of wording, if you get lots of comments from it, now you know that you should be using more of that kind of wording in all your other content, not just short posts, but like in videos and things like that.
I like one thing you said about like a bold statement because I came from a long ways. Because my messaging or content used to be, well, kind of like, by fear of being salesy, but then you don't really talk about what you do, right? So there's room for improvement. So thank you for the feedback, which is really appreciated. But yeah, I'm getting there because now at least, I'm posting, but I still need some tweaking. But, I had the feedback a while ago but they were saying, well, you don't talk about business like you just I mean, it's a business page. So go ahead, it's a business page. Go ahead and just say it.
Sure.
Right?
For sure on your business page. The only thing is that, and actually you do get pretty good engagement on here for a business page, but that's probably because you're running ads. So you're not going to get more engagement, but you're going to get some engagement on your business page because of the ads that you're running. Quick question, because this will also really help you both on your business page, but also on your personal profile. Do you follow a process? Like, this is something that we teach and I do myself. So every day I'm connecting with people through DMs and I'm engaging on their content first. And then I send them a message like, hey, Anne, I just saw that that you just moved to Canada. That's so awesome. We haven't talked in a while. I'd love to catch up. Little things like that, sending DMs to people also create like this feedback loop so that number one, they're going to see more of your content. But if you get in a cadence of doing this at least a few times a week, Monday through Friday, it's going to help your engagement also on your page. This is one of the things that most entrepreneurs skip, but it makes such a difference in your engagement and your sales. Because once we have to remember, content is only meant to spark conversations. It's not until you get into a conversation with that person one-on-one that it's going to like really move from there, right? So like if somebody comments on a post here, everyone that commented here, unless like it's your really close family or friends, right? Even friends and family, and they're not part of the business already, all of these people, I would send them a personal message and say, thank you so much for congratulating Maria on my post. That was so nice. That's it. Like, it's just being human. And by the way, even if they are close family and friends, that's an opportunity for you to say, hey, I'm curious. I don't know if you know that I'm doing this now, but maybe you know some women, or maybe you know of a mom or a woman that's trying to leave her corporate job. I'm now coaching professional women that are trying to transition out of their corporate job into, having a business online and having more freedom. Do you know anybody that maybe is in that space? So asking for referrals, and they could be like, you know what? No, I don't know anybody, but actually I am. So it's an indirect way of asking them, but asking them if they know somebody, and that helps. So what we teach is it's basically a process, very organized, that you take 15 minutes a day. Okay. That is it. 15 minutes a day in the morning, probably the best. And you choose 5 to 10 people daily. Like, you intentionally go to your friends list or to your followers. Okay. You go to your followers and you scroll through these followers and choose 5 to 10 people that you think could either be a potential client, a referral partner, or somebody that you could collaborate with, meaning you can leverage their audience. They don't do the same thing that you do, but let's say maybe they build a website. I don't know, right? And so there's somebody that you can collaborate with. And then you go to their personal profile on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram. I would suggest for you right now, Facebook, because that's where you're more active. Go to their personal profile, comment on their most recent 2 to 3 posts, leave a very genuine comment, and then send them a personal message right after that says something that you noticed in those posts, Again, you're just trying to reconnect with them. And so what happens is this helps you in a couple of ways. It helps you start to really build a more intentional relationship with your following, number one. Number two, the algorithm is now going to show your content to those people that you are engaging with. So that is something also you can teach your clients. It's kind of like a hack, but it actually works. It's how we're able to get our organic content seen by the right people. So your business page, you're doing great and you're running ads. So I don't have a lot there. It's mainly the Facebook page that people forget is a huge lead generation for them. And they just forget to be more intentional on it with their business. And then how active are you over on LinkedIn?
I just revamped my LinkedIn. You can maybe take a quick peek. But although, I just don't post whatever I put there and I try to tailor it for LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So the approach is a bit different because I have not been so active, but I just revamped my profile. So now I'm starting to post just to kind of warm up my page because I want to also, I'm testing there. I'm testing TikTok as well.
Okay.
But since you cannot be really expert everywhere at the same time, but, because I gained some at least experience on Facebook, but now I want to test LinkedIn to see.
LinkedIn for you,
That's the
because
one.
you're going after professional women that are looking to transition out of their corporate job. This is a gold mine for you because you can do some organic searches to connect with new people on here. The idea here with LinkedIn, remember, everybody that's here knows that they are here because of business. They're here for business, which is great, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I would suggest here for you is that this is great. So you've got your banner. I would still add some of the wording that we talked about. Here's why, because as you start to build your connections, you've got 433 connections. But if you start to do some real like targeting, you can type certain keywords in here and pull up new people. I would start with your first connections and then your second and connect with people that way. But then you can start connecting with new people too out of your network. Send connection requests, just the connection request, no message with it. Okay. This is something that we've started to redo like recently and we're seeing it work. So start building more connections. Once they actually accept your connection request, then you send them a welcome message like, hey, thank you so much for accepting my request. Looking forward to getting to know you better. I love what I see you're doing in your business so far. And that's it. You don't want to ask for a favor. You don't want to ask them to sign up for anything. That's pretty much it. Once they respond, then you start more of the back and forth, building a relationship with them and having a conversation. It could be as simple as, to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing right now. I'm helping women with blank to blank. If you know anybody that's in that kind of position that's looking to transition outside of their corporate, I'd love for the connection, or I'd appreciate if you could, share my profile. That's it. And then you kind of work it from there. But all of these platforms, what I do want you to understand is you got to do more than just post content. You have to reach out and connect with people. That is how the algorithms are favoring profiles and pages right now, is actually the connection that's happening.
Engaging.
And
I see that even in TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, even in TikTok, definitely Instagram, everything that I shared with you today, same thing over on Instagram. And so that's going to change too how you bring people in, and it's going to help you to bring in more clients and to help more women and to make a bigger impact. So that was a lot. And jump into Messenger with me later because I'm sure you have questions and I'm happy to answer those. I didn't get a chance to do it on this call, and that's part of the audit. Obviously, you have questions, so I want to be able to get to those and answer them. All right.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is this helpful?
Oh, yeah. Because there's some things, even, those little things that you don't think about, or,
Right.
it, but you just have to be intentional, right?
Right.
In
Exactly.
making those tweaks and changes. And sometimes you think, it's not that much important, but it could make a difference.
Yeah. Thank you for being such a good sport and letting me share all of this. And I'll talk to you soon, Anne. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.